Deqontavius Badookie VI was faced with the biggest decision of his life, and that was his commitment. And as you can see, he committed to Kansas, and he is gonna have some haters. And the reason why he has committed here is because he's gonna be a day one starter with an NIL deal. Who could beat that? Going into my first college football practice, I had the jitters, but as you can see, I caught the ball early on to get him out. It's all that Deqontavius Badookie VI needed. As you can see, he goes up high, and he catches that ball with bad intentions. And as you can see, he runs that ball, break tackle. Hold on, he's not down. He gets back up. Hold on, he catches his balance and gets to that outside. It almost breaks loose. When I say coach was going crazy over that, coach was going crazy. I went deep again, burning these DBs with another TB. They can't hold me. And coach said, good job practicing. You're in no danger of losing that starting position. On into our first game against 1-5 FCS Midwest. As you can see, I go on his head top early, put those feet down, get back up, and then get tackled. And boom, get on that ground. I'm not playing. I'm being physical coming out my first game. Deqontavius Badookie VI will set that tone for Kansas early on. And on 1st and 10, he goes in with another TD. He is not playing. And on 3rd and 9, I go deep. And as you can see, he will outrun everybody with that speed he has. He might be 7 foot, but he's flashing like a lightning bolt out there. Here, as you can see, going into the next one, 1st and 10, you might as well call my favorite route that fly route, because every time I do it, they cannot catch me and they can't seem to guard it. But I will go all the way for 6. But going into the next one, 2nd and 13, I got another fly route, and these DBs just cannot stick me. I mean, I might need to transfer to the SEC because this Big 12 is not it. I mean, that was an 85-yard reception for Deqontavius Badookie VI. And as you can see, we going to win the ball game. I get player of the game with 8 receptions, 364 yards, and 5 total TDs. Going into our next game against 1-0 Rice, you know I had to come out here and start it off intense. These DBs just did not guard me. I don't know if they were in a cover 3, cover 1, whatever they was in, it didn't stop me. But on 1st and 10, I go deep again, and as you can see, he is getting toasted all day, and I'm not playing. I'm going into the next one, 1st and 10. Deqontavius Badookie VI is gaining a crowd at Kansas. Oh my God, he dives in because he's Superman. Going into the next one on 3rd and 13, I got him beat again, and he took me down low. I need to be careful and stay a little lower because I could get hurt like that. But on 1st and 10, I tried to dunk on him, but this DB wasn't going. I said, you can't stop Deqontavius Badookie VI. Boom, get out of my way for 6. But going into the next play, as you can see, I have a post route, and I go in with another TD, and I was absolutely turned up. Boom, get on that ground. We were going to win the ball game. I get player of the game with 8 receptions, 309 yards, and 5 total TDs. Going into our next game against 1-2 LA Tech. I mean, their DBs was playing close on me, but I finally get separation, get the first down and a couple more yards. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I get an outside release, catch that ball, but I get hit and I will fumble the ball, and they will pick it up, and I've made my first turnover in college football. And I'm explaining it to the quarterback. I'm like, man, what is going on? That's on me. I said, man, I will get that fixed up, and on 1st and 10, throw me that ball, but it gets intercepted. Things are not going our way at all. I went up to him after the play. I said, we got 2 options. Either drop our head or pick it up and pick this game up and pick the intensity up, and I will take it all the way on 3rd and 11 because I said I'm not playing. And on 1st and goal, I will catch another one for another TD because I'm turned up now. Deqontavius Badookie VI might just be the next thing in college. As you can see, he dunks on him and dives in the end zone because he is just too comfortable out there. And as you can see, he burns him again, but he steps out of bounds. I went up to Jalen Daniels and I say, throw that ball up again because this DB is asleep. I catch it and step out again. That could have been 6. But going into the next play on 2nd and 10, as you can see, I said throw it up again, and I will dunk on him, stiff arm him, almost gets him off of me, but he almost breaks my arm. And that was a crazy game. We will go on and win the ball game. I get player of the game with 9 receptions, 292 yards, and 3 total TDs. On into our next game against 3-1 Texas Tech on 1st and 10, as you can see, I catch a great ball for a 25-yard reception, but on 1st and 10, going into the next play, as you can see, I catch the ball. Tony toe tapper. Oh my God. I mean, when Deqontavius Badookie VI gets separation, I mean, you could just say bye-bye. He's going all the way for 6. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and 4 on that goal line, I use my size to my advantage, go up and catch it with one hand, and I will go on to break the school receiving TD record already. But going into the next one on 3rd and 15, I have him burnt, and I think I belong in the SEC. And I mean, no disrespect, but growing up from Texas, that's some of the greatest football. But going into the next one on 2nd and 7, I burnt him. Oh my God, left him at the line. Shoot, get up that field and almost break another tackle, but I get brought down. I mean, it's 35-0, and I wanted to rip their heart apart some more. And on 2nd and 3, I dive in that end zone with another TD, and I told my teammate, it's too easy out here. But we're going to win another game. I end the game off with 9 receptions, 310 yards, and 5 total TDs. On into our next game against 4-1 TCU, started off very intense. As you can see, I run a fly route, and I will put it on his head top, get off of me, and I will go all the way in for 6. And I started off very intense. But going into the next play, I burn him again, and oh my God, I tried to escape, but he will bring me down very low. But going into the next play on 3rd and 1, I was testing him all game, but he shoestring tackled me. And at the rate that I'm going, I would be a top 5 prospect in the NFL draft, and I will only play 3 years of college, being realistic at the rate that I'm playing if I keep playing like this. And Deqontavius Badookie the 6 is only gonna evolve throughout his college years, and things are gonna get better, but we going to win the ball game. I ended the game off of 7 receptions, 235 yards, and 1 total TD. On to our next game against the number 15 seed 5-1 Oklahoma on 2nd and 6. This was a statement game. Boom, get off of me. And as you can see, we were showing these boys early that we are not scared to play a ranked team, and on 3rd and inches, I put it on his head top. These boys suck. Going to the next play on 2nd and 10, Deqontavius Badookie the 6 calls for that ball, and he sees nothing but that end zone, and he could, and he would go all the way for 6, and he is fired up. Going to the next play on 2nd and 10, look at the release off of the line. Oh my God, he is a king at that, and on 2nd and 10, he sees that end zone again. But going to the next play on 3rd and 9, he is not playing. He's calling for that ball. He dunks on him, but he gets a pretty good hit on him. Getting down to that goal line on 1st and goal, I go a slant route and made him look like a little boy, but on 2nd and 4, I will burn the other DB, and I could and I would take it all the way for 6. But going into the next play to put the icing on the cake, on 1st and 10, I catch it on that sideline, break a tackle, because you can't stick me, boy, and I will go all the way for 6, and I was turned up. He absolutely did the job and went out there and showed them boys that was a statement game. But I get player of the game, 11 receptions, 455 yards, and 8 total TDs. On to our next game against the number 10 seed 5-1 Baylor. This is another statement game, and on 1st and 10, whoa, I stepped out of bounds. I was almost gone, and on 2nd and 1, as you can see, I will dive in like I'm Superman, because I'm that man, and I break another receiving TD record, and I am not here to play at Kansas. I'm that man. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I will absolutely burn him, break 1 tackle. Oh my God, I tried to stop and keep going, but I got brought down. Here, as you can see, it is 7-7, and I will separate us with another TD to take us up 14-7. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I run across that middle and dive in the end zone, because I wasn't going to make it if I would have kept running. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I don't know what this DB was doing. He was backing away from me, but I will take it, because I will go all the way for 6. I mean, Deqontavius Badookie the 6 is a player that will take the heart out of a team. It was 31-28, and he will take it all the way for 6 late in the 4th quarter, and he breaks another school receiving TD record, and he is not playing. This freshman is amazing. But we were going to win the game, and I get player of the game with 8 receptions, 303 yards, and 5 total TDs. On to our next game against 4-3 Texas Longhorns, and this is my rival game, because they thought, boom, I was going to commit there, but I didn't. And on 3rd and 5, as you can see, that was a crazy run over, and he could go all the way for 6, and that was crazy. And on 3rd and 3, he will go deep and catch another TD early. Deqontavius Badookie the 6 did not have to do them like that, but he is showing Texas Longhorns why he did not commit there. Their defense is horrible. But going into the next play on 3rd and 3, I catch another TD, because I'm not playing with them. Going into the next play on 2nd and 6, I catch a long pass, and I about got loose, but I got shoestring, and coach talked to me out of the game, said, we will need you over here, but y'all not getting me. I'm going to the SEC. But I get player of the game with 6 receptions, 248 yards, and 4 total TDs. Going into our next game against 5-3 Oklahoma State. As you can see, I drove him out of the club and put him out of bounds, because that boy was not strong enough. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, I go up and get that ball, but I get hit as soon as I caught it. But on 3rd and 5, as you can see, I run a slant across that middle and go in for 6. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, whoa, oh my God, I hit him with a crazy move, got back outside and catch that ball, and I will, and I could, and I would go all the way for 6. Here, as you can see, going into the next play on 2nd and 12, I left him again, and this time I will break a tackle, try to go back inside, but he came and rallied that ball. But on 3rd and 20, I catch it across that middle, break a tackle, break another one, and almost broke loose. Here, as you can see, we are down by 10, so I catch another pass to try to get us back in that game. But as you can see, we have now taken the lead, and on 2nd and 10, I catch that ball, and I said, I'm going to separate us from these boys, because these boys are not on our level, so I take it all the way for 6. I told coach, don't take me out of the game. I want to run the score up on 1st and 10. Boom, get out of my way. I ran him over, and I will keep going all the way for 6. And as you can see, I score another one. We going to win the ball game, and I get player of the game with 10 receptions, 407 yards, and 5 total TDs. Our next game against 6-4 West Virginia. On 1st and 10, I get the outside release and catch the ball and get up that field with a 35-yard reception to start the game off early and intense. And on 1st and 10, I catch another pass, and this time I'm going for 6. I dive in that end zone, because I'm that that man. Deqontavius Badookie the 6th, the freshman coming in at Kansas, has just been outrunning all of these DBs every single game with the fly route, and that is just impressive. I mean, oh my God, juke, and he gets up that field with bad intentions, and that was just nasty. But I feel like he deserves to be in the SEC or a stronger program where competition is needed. On 2nd and 14, he catches another pass, and he cannot be stopped, and as you can see, he goes in with another one. Going into the next play, he had a slant route, but he went on a fly route instead, and juke, he breaks a tackle, gets up that field, and he has 1 man to beat, and he could juke, and he gets hit. He almost kept going, but as you can see, he breaks another school receiving yard record. But going into the next play on 2nd and 14, he is going on that streak route, and he will not be catched. He could and he would go all the way for 6, and we will go on and win the ball game. I get player of the game, 12 receptions, 427 yards, and 5 total TDs. Going into our next game against 3-7 Iowa State on 1st and 10, I had outside release, but I came back inside, caught that ball, broke a tackle, and almost broke loose. Deqontavius Badookie the 6th is that man, and on 1st and 10, he runs a streak route, about got interception, but he caught the ball somehow, some way. But here, as you can see, going into the next one on 2nd and 11, he thought I was going inside, but I bounced it back outside, and as you can see, I caught that ball, and that boy is bad. He breaks a tackle and get up that field with bad intentions and dives because he's that man once again. And on 2nd and 5, he catches that ball and he will get loose. He has 1 man to beat him. You will not catch him. He will speed boost to that end zone with bad intentions. But going into the next play on 3rd and 5, as you can see, they were in some type of cover 2, and the DB didn't stick me, but I go in for another one, and on 2nd and 10, I catch that ball and juke. Oh my God, he about broke loose. But things got serious. It was 38-38 in overtime, and he throws it up to me, and the ball will get intercepted. And I got mad and went and go hit him. But going into the next play, we get another chance on 4th and 10, and this is me, but I dropped the ball. And as you can see, we were going to lose our first game, and I ended the game off for 7 catches, 252 yards, and 3 receiving TDs. Going into our next game against the number 23 seed 8-3 Kansas State on 1st and 10, started off intense. I run a deep post and caught the ball and got tackled with a 30-yard reception. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, as you can see, I will break one tackle, and when I hit that outside, there is no catching Deqontavius Badookie the 6th. Oh my God. This is the conference championship game. Whoever wins will win this conference, and as you can see, on 3rd and 10, I will catch that ball and get up that field with bad intentions. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and goal, I will run a slant route and score for the TD, and he tackled me. That was a flag for delay hit, but on 2nd and inches, as you can see, I will tap 1 foot Tony toe tapper. Oh my God. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, I will catch the ball again, and this time I will dive in that end zone. But going into the next play, I just wanted to relay the message that we are the new team to beat in town, and on 2nd and 3, I could and I would go all the way for 6, and as you can see, we will go on to win the ball game. I get player of the game with 8 receptions, 333 yards, and 4 total TDs, and as you can see, Deqontavius Badookie the 6th win Heisman, and he will also pick up the Robert Maxwell Award, the Walter Camp Award, and the Biletnikoff Award, and doing this as a freshman is just incredible. On to our next game against the number 4 seed Georgia Bulldogs in our bowl game on 3rd and 4, I had to relay the message that I am a SEC breed, and I will show y'all that I am not scared of you. And on 1st and 10, Deqontavius Badookie the 6th, oh my God, he breaks a tackle and will go in for 6. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and 7, he runs a fly route, and these DBs were still scared of him. He dives in the end zone because he's that man. And on 2nd and 1, oh my God, look at the separation that he created. He will go all the way for 6. But going into the next play on 2nd and 4, as you can see, he runs another streak route, and he jukes. Oh my God, he breaks a tackle. Juke. Oh my God, he made him look crazy, but he gets brought down at the 1. That would have been a crazy TD, and he burns him again, and he is gone all the way and dives in the end zone to bring his team to 28-42, and he catches another crazy pass, and this time he will go all the way, and he gets tripped up. Here, as you can see, on 1st and goal, I wasn't letting back. I was trying to bring us back in the game, but that just was not enough. The Georgia Bulldogs go on and beat us, and I ended the game off for 13 catches and 436 yards and 5 receiving TDs. But as you can see, this is the end of Deqontavius Badookie the 6th freshman season. Drop in the comments down below if he deserves to return to Kansas or he deserves to hit the transfer portal.